Welcome back everyone, Jose Crisis here, and today we're playing some more Need for Speed Porsche 2000 or Porsche Unleashed. Pick the name you want. Last time around I had to do the 356A Cup 2 times because I recorded things because action can be a bit finicky, but in the meantime we got a whole bunch of new Porsches. We got pretty much every single 356A ever built, and he got every original 356 1.1 liter version as well. But we are in the 1960s, which means there are a whole new version of the 356, which is the 356B, dang it English. And something notable, you can see here that classic era, which correct, we're in the classic era, these are classic era cars, but you can see there is a classification, class 2 says here. You might ask, what does that mean? It's pretty much a way to order the car's performance based on, well, their performance. All of the cars we have so far are class 3 cars. These cars I'm gonna buy now, they are class 2 cars, so they are one step above the class 3 cars we've been using. In fact, the one I will be using, which is going to be the I could use the Super Cabriolet, which is 15300, or I could use the Coupe, or I could use the Super Roadster. Let me see, there's Car Compare, I always use Car Compare. So I can use, see, Class 2. There are a few missing cars from our lineup, which is like the convertibles, but those will be found later. They cannot be found as new. So, I was thinking of using this one, the 356 1.6 liter Super 90 Roadster. Good well, not good handling, but it's good enough. The hardtop is pretty much the exact same thing. The Super Roadster is not as fast. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this thing. The Super 90 Coupe seems to be the better of the bunch, so the Super 90 Coupe it will be. But for that, my account needs to be about 175,000 credits, which, as you can see, we do not have 175,000 credits. So, you know what that means. Used car dealer time. Let's. This looks trash. I want it. Okay. I will keep you around just for the first batch of cars to be fixed, just so you can see what I usually do. Try to buy expensive cars. The more expensive they are, I want another one. Let's buy this one. Okay. The more expensive they are, the more potential gains you can have. So let's repair this thing. But let's first try to replace everything replaceable. Especially the tires and the sway bars are destroyed. Just what have they done to you, man? Yeah, that should be good. 14,500 should be fine. Let's see, next car, you. What can I replace from you to make this cheaper? Brakes and the manifold. Fine. I might have to sell you basically as is. There we go. I'm gonna sell you as 1200. Sell them right away. There we go, that's perfect. Next car to be sold is you. The dampers need some help, as does the flywheel and the exhaust. Dang, okay. There's the dampers, or, well, this game calls them shocks. I'm gonna call them dampers because that's what they are. Fix and no, you're not gonna buy any more cars yet. There we go. You need some repairs. You'll be fine as is. 15,600. Nothing more, so let's just sell those. Made some cash, of course. If I stay doing this, I'm gonna bore the hell out of you, so I'm just gonna skip ahead until they have 175,000. Be right back. Right, we've done it. 205,000 credits, which is a bit more than I needed, but I went on a shopping spree and sold many cars. Anyway, we still have the same amount of cars, so let's go ahead and buy all of the 356s. In what color? I'm gonna keep it black. Actually, I'm gonna keep that configuration. So, starting with the Cabriolet. Got it. Coupe. Got it. Super Cabriolet. Got it. So while I'm doing this, might as well talk about what made the 356B special. It was mostly changes to the chassis, like convenient, the coupe. The coupe had a bigger window, and the rear, like this area right here, these little grills, now it's 2 of them instead of just 1. Little modifications. I think the front already has disc brakes. I will check that in a moment. But first, let me buy every single one of these cars. Come on, Super Roadster. And we're back. Okay, we have bought every single car, and the one I'm gonna use is the Super 90 Coupe. So let's go to the showcase. So, 900 kilos, just a bit heavier than modern day Formula 1 cars, 4 meters long, 1.7, I'm gonna round, 1.7 meters wide, 1.3 meters high, and 2.1 meter wheelbase, 112 mile an hour top speed, about 200 kilometers an hour, no, less than that, 13.5 0 to 100. Okay, it's just drum brakes, so it's the next series of 356s that might have disc brakes overall. So yeah, performance data, which is also important, 90 horsepower, 90 brake horsepower, mind you, 1.6 liter of course, boxer, 4-cylinder, at 5.5 RPM, got it. Alright, so let's go to the garage. This is the car we'll be running, Super 90 Coupe. This time the only modification, I actually was considering not doing anything to this thing, like for balancing reasons. For now, the only thing I'll do is increase brake pressure, tire pressure. Not touch anything else on the car. It will feel wobbly as all hell, but it should work out. Right, so let me move some things around to get the controller down here. Okay, now I have the controller in my hands. Good, now reestablish everything to what it was. Good. Right, so now we're gonna do the 356B Endurance, which is not an endurance event at all, it's just a typical race. This 356B exclusive race is a testament to the quality, performance and endurance, it's in the name, of Porsche's 356 line of sports cars. Slightly more aggressive set of opponents put your newly acquired racing skills to the test. Let's go to racing info. First of all, we run in Côte d'Azur, fine. Then we run in Pyrenees, good. And finally we run in Normandy. So let's get in there. 356B Super 90 Coupe. I really want to just drop all of the downforce and lower the car, but furnace this setup as base as possible. Tire pressure is at the maximum just so that we get as much grip as possible. So we should be fine. Anyway, well, let's get in there, see what we can do. Okay, I actually started recording.
2, 1, go!
And we go. So this is the 356B. It's a fairly nice looking car. We won't be seeing much of it because I can finally use cockpit view. And actually, I finally have vibration. Thank you, AirPlay. Thank you very much. So in the previous episodes, like I mentioned before, I'm using a Xbox 360 controller. It's the first time I've played this game with a controller. Come on, man, move it. First time I played this with a controller. Pretty fun so far. Okay, the lack of setup is being pretty noticeable now. Someone to my right, I think. Yeah, he was there. Okay, come on. Yeah, the way of my input shows someone that's quite inexperienced with controllers. Okay, I got you, Paris, I got you. The extra grip from the tire pressure is definitely noticeable. Come on, okay. gonna catch Dylan in a moment. But yeah. In the previous episode, I didn't have vibration for some reason. Now I do. Come on, Dylan, move it. Oh yeah, off-roading. Not enough, okay. I'll get you, don't worry. So yeah, it didn't have vibration, which was annoying me a bit because vibration is kind of useful and, you know, dang it. Nice block, okay. It's pretty important in telling you how the car is behaving. I'm gonna go outside. And I didn't have that. Not that it really needed it, especially with cars this slow. There we go. But it will be pretty useful to have. Right, now on to victory we go. The fact that it didn't have my custom setup did slow me down a bit, I feel, because, well, didn't quite feel the car be as fast. Of course, didn't have the low downforce, which increases my top speed, but made it work in the end. Normandy, this is Côte d'Azur. Côte d'Azur is a pretty nice track. Something that I'm just recently thinking. Come on, turn. There we go. Something that I'm recently thinking is that it is a bit of a shame that this game doesn't do the Gran Turismo where you always start at the back. Like, if I win this race, or maybe if I lead the championship, I'm not sure how it works. I actually start from first, which means there's not that many battles, which it's a nice reward for winning. But in the name of competitiveness, maybe if you win the race, like inverted grid, like you know the term, inverted grid. Just invert the grid so that if the player wins, they actually get to start from the back. Hopefully that's not damage. The player gets to start from the back, and it results in race a bit more entertaining. I could do it manually, but I don't think I will. But yeah, it would have been nice that the game allowed you to have inverted grids, but it doesn't. Coming up at the end here, only a bridge to go. Well, a bit of a corner and that bridge over there. Hopefully I don't crash it because of being silly or whatever. Here. Pretty nice car so far. Bit more powerful? Well, I think it's a bit more powerful. Stop it. Okay. I think it's a bit more powerful, but I cannot confirm that. There we go. Pull over.
You won the race.
I was gonna say, come on game, don't be shy. There we go.
You're the tournament leader.
Tournament leader, got some cash. Of course, records that I'm not going to get until quite a while in the future. It's fine, don't worry. So yeah, that's the 356B. Got 2 more races to go on this thing, so let's go ahead and race it. Right, so Pyrenees is next, but first, it's fine, okay. It's been perfectly fine since the beginning. But that jump always scares me a bit because I think at times if you do hit the ground a bit too hard, you do damage the car. That scares me a bit. I don't want to damage my car like that. But it didn't happen, so we can just head into Pyrenees with a clean car. I should have prepared like a bottle of water or something. Okay, it's vibrating a bit too much due to the engine. That's a bit annoying. Shift up, man. It's a bit hard to time it in manual because you don't... this game is not that advanced. You don't have like a clutch or something. Dylan, get out of my... You know what? Let's take a shortcut. We rarely take shortcuts in this, so might as well test it out for the memes. Should take the shortcut of every track at least once, just so that you can see how it goes. This is just like an off-road situation. Dylan will be on the other side coming with a full head of steam, so I need to get up to speed quick. This is the disadvantage of these. shortcuts. When you come out of them, you don't have as much speed. You might be a bit faster in the time taken, but if the opponent is skilled, they will catch you with a full head of steam and just overtake you. Dylan is not that good yet. His car is not as good as mine, or well, it's mostly skilled. But eventually they will have upgraded cars and they will clean me out if I take these shortcuts incorrectly. But for now, I can take them, and it's perfectly fine. Come on, stop it, don't do that. Starting to notice some tail fishing, like some oversteer. Mostly because the cars are getting faster and a bit harder to control. And as we go along, they will get even harder to control until we make it to the modern era, where we have like ABS and especially traction control. But we won't get to enjoy traction control until like until the 90s. We're still in the 60s, so yeah. Quite a long way to go, but we still don't have to bother about losing traction in this car because 90 horsepower. Since I'm not buying upgrades, and even then the first upgrade I will put on this thing is better tires. So yeah, in terms of losing control of the car, it's pretty doubtful that will happen. Turn. Thank you. And when I get understeer, I can just release the brakes, use some weight transfer, load transfer, to get some more load into the fronts, especially less load into the rears, and get the car rotating. The physics model of this game is not perfect, but it's actually pretty solid for a Need for Speed game. It is pretty good. I really enjoy this model. Of course, it is a model that's simulating some of the most extreme. Do it! Dang it! Okay, didn't turn. Not enough load transfer, okay. It's simulating one of the most extreme type of cars. Yeah, it's not looking good. Which is the rear engine, rear wheel drive cars and rear engine cars in general, which aren't easy to model, let's be honest. In the sense that they have all of the load at the rear, a whole bunch of weight at the rear. Just a bit hard to model, a bit hard to drive as well. Especially when you aren't smooth with your inputs. That kind of stuff can happen. I eventually want to get a racing wheel and try stuff with a wheel. That will be mostly beneficial for the F1 Challenge series, but every other racing series that I have, I will be able to do with racing wheels, so really want that to happen. But they're expensive, and I do not have cash. This is the right moment to plug my Ko-fi link. It is just an optional thing if you want to support the channel. But I'm doing things on my own, seeing what I can get. Anyway, here we go, another race win, got more earnings, records that we won't get yet. Yeah, on to the next race. Right, final race of this event is in Normandy, so let's get in there and win the 356B Endurance. I nearly screw it up again. Oh, it's in reverse. Okay, this one's in reverse. Ah, I can take the shortcut early. Good, okay. And I forgot to fix the car. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. This damaged car is way faster than those cars behind me, so we should be fine. Maybe not. Dylan's fast. But as soon as we get to the corners, I just outmatch him because I'm a human and I am faster than the AIs. So yeah, I actually forgot that I damaged my car. Yeah, we should be fine. Gotta wonder what's in the future for Porsche. They already reused the 356 a whole bunch. Like they had the Tipo Uno, the standard 356, the 356A, and now they've done the 356B. Gotta wonder what's next. Maybe more version of the 356, maybe a 356C. Some version of the 356 that they have yet to release? We do not know. Anyway, here's the Normandy shortcut. More rallying. but it should be fine. Gotta wonder what does Porsche have in the works. Everyone's taking the shortcut it seems, which is fine. This one's mostly straight so I can build up some speed. No, don't do it. Well, okay. It's fine, no one has died. Okay, right. I'm gonna have to fix up this thing because it's crabbing a bit. Like, if I don't do anything, you can see it in the steering wheel, it goes a bit to the right. I overreacted there. This is actually quite a fun game to drive. The cars are fairly controlled. Oh yeah, I'm taking the jump. And I'm visiting the guy and the lady over here on the left. Hello. There we go. Brake, 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 because I have to take this corner over here. Okay. The throttle, and off we go. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, it's a fun game to drive. With the controller, it is. Some in the previous video mentioned that the races get harder later, which of course, and that is recommended to have an analog control. I second that motion, but it is a game that, as other people mentioned, and that those people does include myself, it is a game that's very completable on the keyboard. I have completed this game on the keyboard many times because I didn't have a controller. So yeah, even if you just have a keyboard, it is a pretty fun game to drive. Coming up here on the end, just another shortcut to take. 30 seconds over everyone else, that's great. Oh, this terrain is different. Vibrations. Plenty bumps. It's vibrating a bit differently than it was before. Probably because of the terrain. The road texture. Okay, it's fine. I'm learning the. It's called force feedback in the game, and I'm actually willing to call it that. It's an interesting feeling. I wonder, do I have enough disk space for this? Hopefully I do, because I will have to re-record this race, which I mean I can do, but I'd rather not, because this one has gone quite well. There we go. That's the goal. Goal. Stop, please. Okay. We did pretty well. We cleansed the field once again.
You have won the tournament. Move on to the next tournament.
We will go to the next tournament. 26,000 in winnings. That's pretty good. 24 points. So let's go and see what's the next tournament. It's so damaged, man. And that's it for this particular episode. In part because I'm running out of hard disk drive space, and because that's it. But here's a little forward look into what awaits us in the future. A 3-race tournament featuring the recently released 356B 2000 GS Carrera 2, as well as the all-new 911 Coupe. The 911 is powered by Porsche's most powerful engine to date, the 2-liter horizontally opposed flat 6-cylinder engine. What is a 911? Everyone knows what's a 911, but you know how it began? Tune in on the next episode to find out. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.